guys, it's Janet Wakeland with remarkablycreated.com. In today's video, I want to showcase a really fun project kit from the Spring 2017 Occasions catalog. Just as a reminder, if you do not have this catalog, you can use the link at the end of the video to go ahead and request a complimentary one. So in this catalog on pages 20 and 21, you are going to find our beautiful Oh So Succulent suite. The suite contains stamps with coordinating framelits, coordinating designer paper, cardstock ribbon, and it has this beautiful vertical hanging garden paper kit that you can go ahead and put together. Stampin' Up! Has a beautiful video already done on the vertical garden itself, so what I'm going to do is showcase some alternative projects as well as give you some tips and tricks from the field, things that I've learned as I've worked with the flowers and this kit. So first and foremost, the kit comes with this beautiful, really sturdy box. It has a little raised edge. It's what's designed to set your flowers in, and it does have a slot at one end for the ribbon. You do have 2 vertical banner pieces. You have 9, oops, and it's a really tight Ziploc bag here. Let me see. Nothing like trying to pull something open that you can't in front of everybody. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll deal with it later. It has 9 sheets with your die cut flowers, and it has full color instructions. In addition, you're going to have an optional stamp set available for purchase. I love that the stamp set is not part of the kit. That way I can order just the kits and not have multiples of the stamp sets around. So that's a nice bonus. So before we look at everything up close, let's look at some of the beautiful fun projects. So this is the first one here. I had this little tabletop chalkboard that I found at our local hobby store. And then I have a copper clip that I couldn't resist at Target from one of the dollar bins. I created several of the flowers, used a little doily. I've got some little pearls in the centers of them. I did use one of the banner pieces and the optional greeting set, and then I couldn't resist tossing in one of the dragonflies from our Dragonfly Dreams bundle. So that's a sweet little project that I can't wait to leave little love notes on or to use in some of my promotional work with showcasing cards and fun projects. So that's one of the optional projects. Another one of the projects for Easter time, one of my favorite holidays. I love decorating for Easter. I found this little easel cross again at one of my favorite little hobby stores here in town, and I went ahead and created a bow from the organza that is part of the kit. I created one of the cacti and then 2 small roses, and then the messages from our Easter message stamp set, and so that's going to look real pretty. I love to create little vignettes for the holidays, and I love to decorate my powder bath because that's one of the areas that gets frequented when I have guests to my studio and guests to our homes. I love to kind of decorate that area of the house as well. And then one last project. 2 of my teammates, Deb and Missy, and then myself, are hosting a catalog launch this weekend. And one of the things that we are doing is showcasing alternative projects with the Oh So Succulent kit. This is one of our white boxes. I love the acetate sleeve that is part of this box. It allows you to decorate the sleeve, and then you can slip the box in and out, enjoying the treats that you've placed in that, enjoying the gifts that's in that without ruining the beautiful packaging. Also makes it re-giftable. You're able to just change the tag and pass it on. Beautiful, beautiful favor for some special occasion like a wedding, wedding rehearsal dinner, shower, special anniversary, or just somebody that you really want to give a pretty gift to. And then the tag is one of the tags from a new set in the spring catalog as well. So 3 really, really fun projects for you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we'll bring in the... Now let's bring in the camera and let's take a look at all of the elements and things that are part of this kit, and then some of those tricks that I mentioned for you. So the kit does have an optional stamp set. I love that the stamp set is optional and not included in the kit, because that has enabled me to buy just more kits as I've been playing with them and making all kinds of fun stuff with them. So this is a fun optional kit. There are full color instructions in them. You will want your bifocals. It is a little bit of a small print. The coordinating colors with this kit are Sweet Sugar Plum, Calypso Coral, Garden Green, Wild Wasabi, Mint Macaron, and Tip Top Taupe. And I love that Stampin' Up's project kits utilize the Stampin' Up core colors as well as the in colors. That means if I do decide to make something that is not part of the kit itself, if I decide to make something extra or kind of go what I like to call off-road and just be creative on my own, making something fun, I have a lot of other coordinating products available to me. I have cardstocks and inks and ribbon and markers and embellishments and just all kinds of fun things available to enable me to express my own creativity using this in a way that maybe it wasn't intended to be used. So then you're also going to find here some visual pictures. And one of my first tips is that in the small print site, it tells you that there are 9 flowers, and the flowers 1, 2, and 3 layered to make the large flower, 4, 5, and 6 layered to make the medium flower, 7, 8, and 9 layered to make the small flower. And what I did is I just wrote that right on this visual part so that I had that note right in front of me, just because I am visual that way. So I have that. It'll make sense here in just a second. So then the other elements of the kit are this really, really sturdy tray with a slot at the end for the ribbon. And let's go ahead and open this bag, and it's tight and it can be difficult to open. I should have had it pre-started. Sorry about that. You're also going to find within the kit beautiful vanilla organza ribbon, so you'll be able to make your bow. You're going to have some, let's just open this up, some spiral cut flowers that you're going to be able to make and put together, and I'm going to show you some tips about that. And then you have 2 banner pieces. So you've got one as a backup and an oops, okay? Trust me, and I've used it a few times that way. It's vanilla on one side and white on the other side, depending on what you want to do with it. And what's kind of fun is you have an extra if you're going to do an additional project. So that's fun for you. And then you have 9 sheets of die-cut flowers, and these are in the colors that were mentioned. So you're going to have your different flowers. And then you can see your flowers here. I laid this down so that it was oriented just like the picture. So I went ahead and laid it down. And one of the first tips is that you can go ahead and you can number the center of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 8, 9, 7. So you can go ahead and number them. You can also number them off to the side if you want. One side of these flowers is going to be the back, so numbering right on them actually won't hurt anything. But if you don't want to number them, you can number them off to the side. Then you have a choice. As you pop them out, you can layer them. 1, 2, 3, set them aside. 4, 5, 6, set them aside. 7, 8, 9, set them aside. Or you can layer all of the 1s, all of the 2s, all the 3s. It just depends the way that your mind likes to organize things and what will be easier for you to do. I found working with 1 sheet at a time worked best for me. So let's go ahead, and I'm actually going to grab the garden green because I think on camera it's going to show up the best. And let me just go ahead and make my little notes here for just a second to myself. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got my flowers here. Now, one of the first things that I found that you can do is you can add some texture to them by stamping on them. And when I did that, I found it best to work with a whole sheet. And I discovered that after I'd popped them out and then stamped them, and I went, oh, wait a minute, it might be easier. One of the first inks I'm going to work with is our Whisper White. And 2 of the stamp sets that are great for adding texture to your projects. One is Gorgeous Grunge, and then the other one is Touches of Texture. You're going to have some great elements that you could add some texture to it. So just like that. So let's go ahead and let's grab. And I'm just randomly stamping. The idea is not to totally cover the whole thing, but it's just to kind of catch some of the edges of. And sometimes I'm stamping off, just getting the different layers. And now one of the things that I did find is that I want to do the back of them, because as I curled them and scrunched them and did all kinds of things to them, sometimes the back edges showed. And so again, I wanted to make sure that I also stamped on the back side of that. And so just to show you here, I'll bring Deb's box back in again. You can see here the white and what that did to that look and how pretty that was. Now the edges were done with sponging, and let me show you that for just a second. Let's pop one of the larger flowers out. And this time, well, we'll use the white first because it's here. So I can go ahead and take one of our stamping sponges. If you use it whole, keeps your fingers clean, but you can cut it down into smaller sizes. I simply take mine to the sink and rinse it clean. Over time it will look stained, but I just rinse it till it runs clear and then I let it dry. It's pretty sad when you've got more craft supplies in your sink drainer than dishes. Mine's full of crafting supplies and coffee cups. And so, again, however dark you make, it's up to you. I also found, again, doing the back because I'm going to curl them up. Now let me show you another variation and another option. Let's grab the mint here for just a second. And let's grab a different stamp set just because that one's got ink on it. I don't want to spend the time cleaning it right here. And I have our Wild Wasabi ink. And this time I'm doing a little bit darker on a lighter color. You can also do tone on tone. It might be a little hard to see on the camera, but we're just going to add some color to the edges a little bit. And so I can go ahead and add texture that way, flipping it over, doing the other side, so I can do tone on tone with it. And again, I can come in and I can sponge the edges. As you sponge, where the flower connects to the center, just kind of really hold on to that piece. They can be just a little fragile depending on how forcefully you sponge. And this contrasting color is going to add depth to it. One other way that you can add color to the tips is direct to them. And you're going to see that they're going to turn out a whole lot darker as I take the ink direct to them. One other option that you have for adding some dimension and color to these elements is with the Oh So Succulent stamp set itself. There's some elements in it. These little elements here fit right on the tip. And again, I did the front and the backs. You can do them tone on tone, so mint on mint, or you can do a darker color. You can even do a totally different color. I've seen some beautiful ones tipped with like Cajun craze and pumpkin pie and rich raspberry, trying to mimic realistic cactuses and things like that. So you've got that. And then I use some of the elements, this one here, this flower, this one, actually right in the center as well, just adding some depth and darkness to the flowers. And let me pull this one back in here just again and give you a close-up again so maybe you can see it. So here you can see the different spots created with the Gorgeous Grunge. The edges are all sponged. We added one of our flat pearls. Tip top taupe, we went ahead and just real lightly did the tips, but again with the white here. And then the spiral flowers is the last one that I'll show you. So lots of different fun possibilities there for you. So with the spiral flower, you're just going to go ahead and you'll simply punch it out. Some of you may recognize this. We used to have a die that looked just like this. I still have my die because I used so many of these flowers with gold foil for my daughter's wedding. We made just hundreds of them. So now what you want to work with is you want to work with anything that's round. The narrower the diameter of the instrument that you use, the tighter your flower will be. And so you may just want to kind of play around with different ones. The biggest tip is to make sure that whatever it is, it's something that you can slide this off of the end. And so you're just going to go ahead and just kind of hold that on, and you're just going to start wrapping, and you're just going to wrap it the whole way around, keeping it tight as you go. You want to start nice and tight because you can let it unfold at the end. So you're going to get all the way down here to the end, and then you're going to slide, oops, a little too tight, Jan. And then this piece here is where I would go ahead and add hot glue. You're going to find that hot glue is your friend for this flower here. And again, you can open it, let it open up a little bit, put your hot glue on and press and hold it. You could even let it open up a little bit more if you want it to. I did that on the one flower. I opened it up more so I could get an embellishment actually down inside. And I like varying the size of these. I like playing with these. After I had it all done, I went ahead and just rubbed a little bit of liquid glue over the tips and then sprinkled some glitter over it, shook it off, and then I had that pretty little glitter on the edges of it. So you're going to have so much fun playing with these different elements that are part of this kit. I encourage you to use the links that you'll see here at the end. One will take you on to more fun projects. One will get you to subscribe to the channel, and then the other one will take you to my website. You'll be able to see these projects up close. You'll be able to order this kit if you're interested. But more importantly, you'll be able to join my mailing list. I am going to be doing some fun virtual parties that you'll be able to join in through when you purchase this kit through me. So you're going to want to be paying attention to my Oh So Succulent virtual parties that I'm going to be hosting. In addition, some great options for hosting some Oh So Succulent parties with your friends, gathering them together. So I'm going to be doing a lot of fun things with this. And the other reason why you want to visit my blog is this is just the tip of the iceberg with the alternate projects that we came up with and that we'll be showcasing using this amazing kit. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Take care and God bless.